The following contest is a Future of Honor match scheduled for one fall.
It's Future of Honor Friday. My name is Joe Dombrowski. We are coming your way from San Antonio, Texas. Tag team action is on tap this week as we officially meet team number one.
Making their way to the ring, the team of number one, Bryan Johnson, and the greatest physique in pro wrestling, Flex Simmons.
Now listen, I'm not going to knock Flex Simmons. I'm not going to say he isn't a great athlete. I'm not going to say that he doesn't belong here, because you wouldn't be here, you wouldn't get to this level if you haven't impressed the right people. But Flex Simmons has made a brazen statement right out of the chute to call himself the greatest physique of pro wrestling. And if he truly believes that, and it looks as though he does, perhaps his and Bryan Johnson's personalities lend themselves to one another. I can only imagine the mutual admiration society that went down in the locker room prior to this contest, or maybe they just set up mirrors around the entire room. I don't know. But either way, we'll see if they can come back down to earth long enough to contest against the opponents, which is an impressive-looking team in recent weeks. Let's get the introduction.
And their opponents, wrestling out of Staten Island, New York, weighing in at 175 pounds, Vinny the Kid Pacifico. And out of Lima, Peru, weighing in at 170 pounds, the Incan Warrior, Rayo.
It's not the first time we've seen Rayo and Vinny Pacifico as a tag team, and we have seen them successful. We've seen them on the winning end, and I think what helps them the most is their underdog mentality, that don't count us out mindset. And they say adversity is what introduces a man to himself. I think a life full of adversity for both of these men has helped bond them on a level deeper than most upstart tag teams. But upstart is the word. Bryan Johnson has been in more tag team matches than maybe anyone in Future of Honor. And Flex Simmons certainly comes in with him no shortage of confidence. So let's not assume Rayo and Vinny to be the favorites. Let's not assume that Flex and Bryan.
Of course you want to shake number one in Flex's hand. Show those biceps, Flex.
Oh gosh. I hope Flex wasn't trying to break someone's hand on the handshake.
Hold on to that tag rope. Ready? Ready? Ring the bell.
And again, I'm not going to deride the ability or the talents of Flex Simmons, but he's not exactly 6'6", 285. We'll see how he fares with Rayo, the last Incan Warrior. Flex tries to power Rayo into the corner early. Smart strategy. Was that Flex thinking a little bit too much of his own power? Or was that Rayo wrestling a great defensive style to escape? Flex is not holding on to the tag rope. Vinny sees that, and in turn he stops holding on to the tag rope. We've talked about Ring of Honor officials upholding the letter of the law, keeping things from getting out of hand. Paul Turner doing a tremendous job right now. It's why he's one of the absolute best in this entire industry is Paul Turner. But right now, we have 4 athletes who are looking to be the best in their particular genre of Future of Honor, as Rayo connects with an atomic drop and a deep arm drag nicely done. The manipulations of Johnson and Flex have not worked out thus far. And it's Rayo channeling that spirit of his ancestors, those Incan warriors that were so dominant in centuries gone by. Rayo is honoring them and certainly paying homage to them with his successes in professional wrestling. Nice drop kick by Rayo. Vinny down with the cover. Vinny, the New York native. I've never known anybody from New York that hasn't been tough. And certainly he has not been the tallest, has not been the most physically imposing, but man, he's never let that stop him as Flex went downstairs, tagged into Johnson. Standing side switch by number one. Pace quickens here, and Vinny! Amazing jump up into the Hurricane Rana. Seamless motion by the kid. And Flex Simmons wants some, and Flex pays for it. It is all Vinny Pacifico right now. That's why you don't count out Vinny, but as much momentum as Vinny had, you go to the eyes, you're going to cut that down. And it's Bryan Johnson now feeling good about himself. Mecca of Manhood, the unofficial first entrant in the 2019 Top Prospect Tournament. That has not been confirmed by anybody except for Bryan Johnson. I'd like to clarify that. Flex Simmons back in. And some posing and posturing. And look, there's a roll-up, 2 count only. I couldn't exactly see Flex Simmons in a pose down with a Tony Atlas, a Superstar Graham, a Rick Rude. But hey, it works for him if it gives him the confidence. We'll see if it pays off. Johnson noticed the arc on the body. He elevates himself to apply more pressure, putting his body weight over top of Pacifico. That increases the pressure and the strain on the neck of Pacifico with a chin lock. Pacifico nicely done to counter. Roll through, couple of tags. Here's Flexa, here's Rayo. Rayo bringing forth that striking game. Fancy forward from the ex-soccer star. Flex is dazed. Rayo is feeling it. Reversal, Rayo. Cross body, could this be all? 2 and no. Johnson with the save just for extra measure of protection, and all 4 athletes in the ring. Paul Turner, to your best. These guys just want to fight. All round they go and get the momentum for the shotgun drop kicks. Rayo and Vinny are feeling it. Double team coming up. Nice uppercut. Flex is out on his feet. Rayo. Double underhook. Nice takedown. Could this be all? Rayo and Vinny pick up the victory.
And your winners of the match, Vinny Pacifico and the last Incan Warrior, Rayo.
With every victory, Rayo and Vinny add a little more credibility to that battle cry. Don't count Rayo and Vinny out. They pick up a big victory on Future of Honor Friday. I'm Joe Dombrowski. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.